Hello, life theorists. Welcome to another exciting journey of discovery. Today, we're going to break down some barriers, push boundaries, and maybe even ruffle a few feathers. We're going to explore the thrilling world of risk-taking. Yes, you heard it right. We're diving into the 15 risks worth taking for fearless living. These are not just any risks, but ones that can fundamentally change the course of your life. They can shake you to your core, transform your perspective, and potentially lead you to the life you've always dreamed of. Are you ready to challenge your comfort zone? Are you prepared to question the status quo? If your answer is a resounding yes, then buckle up, life theorists. This journey is going to be a wild one. Number 1. Take the risk of achieving incredible wealth. Many of us dream of having incredible wealth, envisioning a life of luxury, freedom, and endless possibilities. However, the path to such wealth is often lined with challenges, doubts, and fears. It requires taking risks, stepping out of comfort zones, and sometimes, facing massive failures. Imagine being at the edge of a precipice, your heart pounding as you look down at the chasm of uncertainty below. Yet, across the void, you see a land filled with treasures beyond your wildest dreams. You have two choices: step back and continue living in relative safety, or leap forward, embracing the risk, and possibly land in a world of unimaginable wealth. For instance, consider the story of a woman named Jessica. Jessica had a comfortable job in a well-known firm. However, she always had a passion for interior design and dreamt of starting her own business. The risk was substantial. She would have to invest her savings, quit her stable job, and there was always a chance her venture might fail. Despite the fears and uncertainties, Jessica chose to take the leap. Today, she runs a successful interior design firm, enjoying not only the financial rewards but also the satisfaction of following her passion. Number 2. Risk being honest and authentic. In a world often filled with artifice and pretense, choosing to be honest and authentic can feel like an act of rebellion. It requires us to strip away the layers of social masks we wear and present our true selves to the world. This choice, while liberating, can also feel incredibly risky. Imagine walking into a room, not hiding behind any social facade but standing in the rawness of your authenticity. It can feel intimidating, exposing, like standing barefoot on a cold floor. Yet, there's a power in it, an indescribable freedom that comes from aligning your external self with your internal truth. Take the story of Sam, for instance. Sam worked in a high-profile corporate job, wearing suits, engaging in small talk, and playing the part expected of him. But deep down, he was a creative soul, a poet at heart who yearned to express his true self. The risk of being authentic, of trading suits for bohemian attire and boardrooms for poetry readings, was significant. He risked judgment, misunderstanding, even isolation. Despite the potential consequences, Sam chose authenticity. He transitioned out of the corporate world and embraced his identity as a poet. There were challenges, of course, but the liberation he felt was unparalleled. He was finally true to himself. Yes, it carries risk, and yes, it requires courage. But the reward of living an authentic life, of being true to who you are, is immeasurable. Number 3. Take the risk of quitting to start your own business. In the grand opera of life, the idea of leaving a secure job to venture into the unknown world of entrepreneurship is like hitting a high note. It's thrilling, audacious, and it can be incredibly risky. Starting your own business requires a level of courage that can feel daunting. You're leaving the safety of a guaranteed paycheck, stepping out of the comfort zone, and diving into a world where success is not a guarantee but a possibility to be strived for. Consider the journey of Anna, who had been working as a software engineer for a decade. She was good at her job and earned a stable income, but a part of her felt unfulfilled. Her heart was not in coding lines but in creating handcrafted jewelry, something she pursued as a hobby. The idea of turning her passion into a business was a tantalizing thought, but it came with its own set of risks. Taking a deep breath, Anna quit her job and launched her own jewelry brand. It was a roller coaster ride, a mix of excitement, sleepless nights, challenges, and breakthroughs. There were moments of doubt, but Anna persisted. Today, her brand is flourishing, and more importantly, she's found a deep sense of fulfillment and joy that she never experienced before. Number 4. Take risks and build your personal brand. In the digital age, building your personal brand is like carving your statue in the grand hall of the internet. It's your chance to showcase who you are, what you believe in, and how you can make a difference. But building a personal brand comes with its own set of risks. What if people don't like what they see? What if you make a mistake? Or what if you're just not interesting enough? Let's consider a hypothetical scenario. Meet Emily, a young and ambitious entrepreneur with a passion for sustainable living. She realizes that building a strong personal brand could skyrocket her career and amplify her message. Yet, she hesitates. She fears criticism, backlash, or even indifference from the online world. But one day, Emily decides to take the leap. She starts sharing her thoughts, ideas, and life experiences related to sustainable living on various social media platforms. She takes the risk of being seen, being vulnerable, and open to criticism. Sure, there are moments of self-doubt and fear. But with each post, each share, Emily's confidence grows, her network expands, and her voice gets stronger. Her personal brand becomes a beacon for those interested in sustainable living. And while not everyone agrees with her, Emily has created a space for meaningful discussion, learning, and growth. Her risk paid off. Number 5. Risk finding your true limits. Often, we box ourselves into a safe zone, restricting our potential to what's comfortable, known, and manageable. But have you ever wondered what's beyond this comfort zone? How far can you stretch, grow, and achieve if you dare to test your real limits? Let's think about David, a talented musician who's always played safe, sticking to melodies he knows well. He has a deep-seated fear of challenging pieces, worried that he might not be able to master them, and that failure would mean he's not as skilled as he thought. One day, David gathers his courage and decides to push his boundaries. He selects a complex piece of music that he's always wanted to play but never dared to. It's tough. He fumbles, gets frustrated, and even thinks about giving up. But David keeps going, pushing himself a little more each day, and after months of practice, he finally masters the piece. The joy he feels is indescribable. Not only has he learned a new composition, but he's also discovered a strength and perseverance in himself that he didn't know existed. This journey of discovery is the essence of finding your true limits. It's about daring to challenge yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone, and pushing yourself harder than ever before. Yes, it's risky. You might stumble, you might fall, and you might even feel like giving up. Number 6. Take the risk of pursuing your dream partner. Love, as we know, is a mysterious force. It can make us feel invincible and vulnerable all at once. And pursuing the person who embodies our dreams of an ideal partner is indeed a significant risk. It requires courage, vulnerability, and the willingness to face potential rejection. Consider a scenario with our friend Emma. She has had feelings for her colleague, John, for a while. He's everything she's ever dreamed of in a partner: kind, intelligent, and charismatic. However, she's held back from expressing her feelings, fearing that it might ruin their friendship or make their working relationship awkward. One day, inspired by a close friend who found love after taking the risk, Emma decides it's time to step out of her comfort zone. She gathers her courage, approaches John, and confesses her feelings. It's a risk laying her emotions bare, unsure of what his response would be. The moment of truth arrives, and it turns out John has been feeling the same but was also afraid to risk their friendship. They decide to give a romantic relationship a shot, and it blossoms into a beautiful love story. This is the risk of pursuing your dream partner. It might seem terrifying at first, but the potential rewards are priceless. It's about being brave enough to follow your heart, express your feelings, and face the unknown. Number 7. Risk ridicule to pursue your dreams. Let's face it, ridicule is a tough pill to swallow. It can make us question our abilities, doubt our decisions, and even deter us from our chosen path. But when we're determined to chase our dreams, the prospect of being ridiculed becomes a risk worth taking. Imagine for a moment our friend, Sarah, a talented and passionate painter. Her dream is to quit her monotonous desk job and become a full-time artist. However, she's been holding herself back, fearing the sneers and laughter of those who may not understand her passion or see the value in her art. One day, she decides to face her fear. She quits her job and sets up a small studio at home. She begins to paint and display her art, first online and then at local art shows. There's some negativity, a few hurtful comments, and even derisive laughter from acquaintances who believe she's made a foolish decision. Despite this, Sarah persists. She continues to paint, improving with each piece, and slowly, she starts gaining recognition. People begin appreciating her unique style, and her art starts selling. She's making a living doing what she loves, proving her detractors wrong. The risk of ridicule, in this case, was a gateway to Sarah's dream. She chose to take the risk, to bear the temporary discomfort of ridicule, for the sake of her passion. Number 8. Define success on your own terms and take risks. We live in a world that loves to measure success with a standard scale, the size of your house, the make of your car, the job title you hold. While these can be indicators of success, they aren't the only ones. Success is a deeply personal concept, and it's time we started recognizing it as such. Imagine a young woman named Lisa. From the outside, she's the epitome of conventional success, a high-paying job, a posh apartment in the city, and an impressive social circle. But deep down, Lisa feels unfulfilled. Her passion lies in photography, in capturing fleeting moments and turning them into timeless memories. One day, Lisa decides to redefine her success. She leaves her job, moves out of her apartment, and sets off on a journey to become a travel photographer. It's a huge risk. She's leaving behind financial security, societal approval, and a predictable life. Lisa travels far and wide, capturing stunning landscapes, vibrant cultures, and touching human moments. She faces numerous challenges along the way, including financial constraints, unfamiliar environments, and occasional loneliness. Yet, she's happier than she's ever been. She's living her dream, exploring the world, and creating art that resonates with people. This is her success, the freedom to follow her passion, to live a life of adventure, to create art that touches hearts. And she took the risk to achieve it, despite the potential pitfalls. Number 9. Be yourself and take risks. It is easy to follow the crowd, to blend in, to go with the flow. It is comfortable, safe, and requires little effort. But it is also restrictive, confining, and seldom leads to genuine happiness or fulfillment. To truly live, we must be brave enough to be ourselves and take risks. Consider the story of Alex, a brilliant programmer. Alex has always been a bit different. His love for fantasy novels, quirky sense of humor, and unconventional ideas often set him apart from his more mainstream colleagues. For a while, Alex tried to fit in, suppressing his unique traits and conforming to what was considered normal. But one day, Alex decided he had enough. He embraced his uniqueness, bringing his fantasy-inspired creativity into his coding work. His colleagues were baffled, but his unconventional approach led to innovative solutions. He started a blog, sharing his unique insights on coding and how fantasy literature inspired him. Soon, Alex's blog gained a massive following. His fresh perspective resonated with many, and his programming tips proved invaluable. Alex took a risk by being himself, and it paid off. Similarly, in life, we need to take the risk to be ourselves, even if it means going against the grain, even if it means facing rejection or ridicule. Because in the end, it is our uniqueness that sets us apart. It is our authenticity that makes us truly special. 10. Take a risk and try new things to find the best experience. In the grand narrative of our lives, it's the pages filled with adventure, novelty, and discovery that stand out. We often look back fondly at the times we dared to take a leap of faith, to try something different. Imagine Sarah, a passionate home cook. Her entire life, she had stuck to traditional recipes, never daring to experiment. One day, she came across a cooking show that showcased exotic dishes from different parts of the world. Intrigued, Sarah decided to take a risk and try cooking these unfamiliar dishes. She started with a spicy Thai curry, then a rich Italian risotto, and eventually found herself mastering a complex French pâtisserie recipe. Not all attempts were successful at first, but she learned from each failure, refined her techniques, and discovered a whole new world of flavors. Taking this risk not only improved her cooking skills, but it also opened up a new world of culinary experiences. Sarah's story is a testament to how taking risks and trying new things can lead to some of the best experiences in life. The takeaway here, dear life theorists, is that the world is a vast, diverse place full of opportunities. Every day presents a chance to explore, learn, and grow. So, don't be afraid to take risks. Don't shy away from trying new things. It may be uncomfortable initially, but remember, growth lies at the edge of your comfort zone. Dare to venture into the unknown, for it might just lead you to some of the best experiences life has to offer. Number 11. Go against the consensus and take risks. Going against the consensus is like swimming against the current. It's challenging, it's hard, but it can also lead to incredible personal growth and unique accomplishments. Consider the story of Mike, an architect by profession. Mike worked in a renowned firm that specialized in modern architecture. However, he had a deep fascination with integrating green spaces into architecture, an idea that wasn't popular in his firm. Despite the consensus, Mike decided to take the risk and present a design that incorporated his green ideas. The design was rejected at first. His colleagues called it impractical and out of line with the firm's aesthetics. But Mike didn't let the consensus deter him. He believed in his vision and decided to take the risk of starting his own firm that focused on green architecture. Fast forward a few years, and the firm is now at the forefront of sustainable architectural design. His designs have not only won awards but have also brought about a shift in how the industry perceives green architecture. The story illustrates that going against the consensus, while risky, can lead to innovative outcomes. It's an example of how daring to be different, to challenge the status quo, can result in not just personal success but also a broader impact. Number 12. Risk being in the public eye for success. In our interconnected world, privacy is a luxury, and being in the public eye can sometimes feel like walking a tightrope. But with courage and authenticity, it can also serve as a pathway to unparalleled success. Let's imagine a talented home chef. She had always been passionate about cooking and loved sharing her culinary creations with friends and family. Encouraged by their compliments, she considered sharing her recipes and cooking tips with a wider audience but was hesitant due to the risks associated with being in the public eye. After much thought, Jane decided to face her fears and started a cooking channel on a popular video sharing platform. She faced initial challenges, such as dealing with criticism and negative comments, managing her online image, and maintaining her privacy. However, she persisted, focusing on her passion for cooking and her desire to share it with others. Over time, the channel gained traction. Her authenticity, creativity, and love for what she did shone through her videos, attracting a broad audience. Today, Jane is a well-known online chef, with millions of followers who eagerly await her culinary creations. She has not only achieved her dream of sharing her love for cooking with others but also created a successful career out of it. Being in the public eye is indeed a risk, as it exposes you to scrutiny and judgment. However, if you're ready to bear the risks and remain authentic, it can also offer great rewards, as we've seen in Jane's story. Number 13. Take risks to bring change to your community. We live in an increasingly globalized world, but the importance of local communities remains as vital as ever. In these communities, individuals have the power to initiate and inspire change. But as we all know, change often requires risk. Think about Maria, a young woman living in a small town. The town was quaint and peaceful, but Maria saw areas where improvement was needed. There was a lack of recreational facilities for young people, and she noticed the youth growing restless and disengaged. She had an idea to solve this problem: a community center that would offer various recreational and educational activities. However, Maria knew that implementing this idea would require a lot of work, fundraising, and the potential for criticism from those resistant to change. Despite these risks, she decided to take the leap and began her campaign for the community center. Maria faced challenges in her journey. She had to balance her regular job with her community work, faced resistance from some town members, and often struggled with fundraising. But she kept going, driven by her passion and the belief that her community deserved better. In the end, Maria's efforts paid off. The community center was built and became a hub of activity and engagement for the town's youth. Maria's risk had brought about a significant positive change in her community, transforming the lives of the town's young people. Number 14. Invest in yourself and take a risk. There's no greater venture you could make than the investment in yourself. Your skills, knowledge, health, and well-being are the foundational elements that drive your success and happiness. However, investing in oneself can often mean taking risks. Let's journey through a hypothetical scenario. Meet Alex, an aspiring musician working a traditional 9-to-5 job. He loved music and spent every free moment crafting melodies and lyrics. However, he knew that if he wanted to make music his career, he would need to invest more in his craft. He would need to invest in better equipment, music lessons, and most importantly, time, which meant quitting his stable job. This was a risky decision. There were no guarantees of success in the music industry, but Alex believed in himself. He had a vision, a dream that he was willing to risk everything for. So, he took a leap of faith and quit his job to fully commit to his music. The journey wasn't easy. There were moments of self-doubt and financial stress, but Alex persevered. He honed his skills, perfected his craft, and eventually, his music started gaining traction. He managed to build a successful career doing what he loved most. The story of Alex is a testament to the power of investing in oneself. It was a risk, but the rewards were worth it. The key takeaway, life theorists, is that investing in yourself, though risky, can lead to unparalleled personal and professional growth. It's about taking the driver's seat in your life and steering it in the direction of your dreams. As they say, the biggest risk is not taking any risk at all. So, dare to take that leap, invest in yourself, and see where it takes you. Number 15. Start over and take the risk. There's something incredibly intimidating about starting over. It's like staring at a blank canvas, overwhelmed by the endless possibilities, the unknowns, and the fear of making mistakes. But just as an artist sees a blank canvas as a realm of creative opportunity, starting over can be a powerful opportunity for personal growth and development. Consider this hypothetical scenario. Imagine our friend, Lucy, a successful corporate lawyer. She had a well-paying job, a high social status, and a routine she was comfortable with. But deep down, she felt unfulfilled. She'd always had a passion for environmental conservation and yearned to work in a field where she could make a real difference. After a lot of reflection, Lucy decided to take a risk. She quit her job, went back to school, and pursued a degree in environmental science. It was a daunting transition. There were moments of doubt, fear, and a considerable financial strain. But Lucy knew she was working towards a life that aligned with her true passion. Years later, Lucy emerged as a respected environmental scientist, making significant contributions to the field. The risk of starting over was worth it. She was finally living a life that was true to who she was and what she believed in. The story of Lucy is a powerful reminder to all of us, life theorists. Starting over, despite its inherent risks and challenges, can open doors to personal fulfillment and happiness that you might never have experienced otherwise. Remember, you have the power to redefine your life at any moment. It's never too late to start over and align your life with your true passion. So, take the risk. Start over if you need to. Because in the grand scheme of life, it's not the years in your life that count, but the life in your years. Don't be afraid to repaint that canvas of life. After all, you're the artist, and you decide what your masterpiece will look like. Until our next adventure, stay curious, stay bold, and most importantly, stay fearless.